In the heart of Africa, time wasn't just a concept, it was a living, breathing entity. Long before the arrival of colonial powers, African civilizations had developed sophisticated methods of timekeeping that were intimately woven into the fabric of their cultures. These indigenous systems of measuring time were not mere tools for scheduling. They were profound reflections of how African societies understood their place in the cosmos. What is time in indigenous Africa? Time in indigenous Africa was cyclical, spiritual, and deeply connected to the rhythms of nature. The passage of days, seasons, and years was marked not by the ticking of mechanical clocks, but by the ebb and flow of natural phenomena. From the movement of celestial bodies to the migration patterns of animals, every aspect of the environment served as a timekeeper. Rituals and ceremonies played a crucial role in this temporal tapestry. They weren't just cultural practices, they were living calendars, marking the progression of time through communal experiences. Time wasn't simply measured, it was lived, felt, and shared by entire communities. Egyptian timekeeping, tekenu, merkhet, and water clocks. In ancient Egypt, the art of timekeeping reached extraordinary heights. The tekenu, or obelisks, stood as silent sentinels of time, their shadows creeping across specially marked grounds to divide the day into segments. But the Egyptian mastery of time didn't stop there. The merkhet, an ingenious star clock, used plumb lines to track the transit of celestial bodies, allowing for precise nocturnal timekeeping. Perhaps most impressive were the water clocks found in the temples of Amenre, dating back to the era of Amenhotep III. These sophisticated devices measured time through the controlled flow of water, a testament to the ingenuity of Egyptian engineers. It's no exaggeration to say that Egypt's clocks were carved from the very fabric of the cosmos. Sundials and shadow science. As we move across the continent, we encounter the widespread use of sundials and shadow science. Flat stones with carefully positioned nodal sticks track the sun's movement, while gnomon sundials were calibrated to account for seasonal variations. These solar timekeepers were particularly prevalent in the Sahel and Nile regions, where the sun's predictable path provided a reliable measure of time. Indeed, the sun was Africa's first and most faithful timekeeper. Dogon star calendars and cosmic alignment. The Dogon people of Mali offer us a glimpse into one of the most fascinating calendrical systems in African history. Their star calendar, centered around the 50-year cycle of Sirius, was a marvel of astronomical observation and cosmological understanding. This system wasn't just for marking time, it was integral to agricultural planning and spiritual rituals. For the Dogon, time was literally written in the stars, a cosmic script that guided their lives and connected them to the universe. Yoruba and Igbo market calendars and social time. In West Africa, the Yoruba and Igbo peoples developed intricate market calendars that exemplify how time can be socially constructed. The 4-day market cycles that rotated through different towns weren't just economic systems. They were sophisticated timekeeping devices that structured social interactions and community life. These calendars were intimately tied to savings systems like Ajo and Isuzu, demonstrating how time, trade, and community were inextricably linked. In these societies, markets were clocks and trade was time. Ethiopian calendar and lunar systems. Ethiopia presents us with yet another unique approach to timekeeping. The Ethiopian calendar, with its 13 months, is still in use today, a living testament to the endurance of indigenous African time systems. This calendar, based on lunar cycles and closely tied to religious observances, governed agricultural activities and festival timing. Ethiopia's timekeeping system stands as a brilliant example of how African cultures developed diverse and effective methods of tracking time. Time through ritual, sound, and nature. Beyond these more structured systems, many African societies mark time through a deep attunement to the natural world. The calls of certain birds, the direction of seasonal winds, and the blooming cycles of plants all served as temporal markers. Time was felt in the rhythm of ceremonies, the timing of harvests, and the patterns of animal migrations. In these cultures, communal memory itself became a form of calendar, with important events serving as temporal landmarks. This rich tapestry of timekeeping methods reveals a profound truth. Africa didn't just measure time, it harmonized with it. The continent's diverse cultures developed systems that were not only practical, but deeply meaningful, connecting people to their environment, their communities, and their place in the cosmos. Conclusion and reclaiming the rhythm. As we reflect on these indigenous methods of timekeeping, we're reminded of the depth and sophistication of African scientific and cultural traditions. These systems were not primitive precursors to Western clocks and calendars. They were complex, effective, and deeply integrated into the societies that created them. The legacy of these timekeeping methods continues to resonate today. In an age of atomic clocks and digital calendars, there's much we can learn from the holistic, nature-based approach to time that characterized many African societies. These systems remind us that time is more than just a number on a screen. It's a living, breathing part of our world and our communities. As we move forward in our increasingly globalized world, it's crucial that we recognize and celebrate the diverse ways in which human cultures have understood and measured time. The indigenous clocks and calendars of Africa offer us not just a window into the past, but a different way of conceiving our relationship with time and the cosmos. Africa's rhythm still beats in the world today, a testament to the enduring power of its temporal traditions. By understanding and appreciating these diverse approaches to timekeeping, we enrich our own conception of time and our place in the universe. Africa didn't just time the cosmos, it showed us how to live in harmony with it. In conclusion, the story of African indigenous clocks and calendars is not just a tale of scientific achievement, it's a narrative about how cultures across a vast continent found unique ways to make sense of their world and their place in it. As we face the challenges of the modern world, perhaps we can draw inspiration from these ancient wisdom traditions, finding new ways to harmonize our lives with the rhythms of nature and community. The legacy of African timekeeping reminds us that there are many ways to measure a life, and that the truest clocks may be the ones that beat in harmony with the world around us and the people we share it with. In rediscovering these ancient rhythms, we may find new ways to navigate the complexities of our modern world, guided by the timeless wisdom of Africa's temporal traditions.